need some hot stuff, baby, tonight. Hey, I'm on y'all. What's up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for tuning in again. If you haven't already, please hit that subscription button so you can join the family and be notified the moment I upload a video. So today, I tell you, a memory come back from when I was in Jamaica. It's coming from my childhood days. I remember when my mother made patties at home using corned beef. And I'm like, why not just show you guys how she did it? I mean, I recreated it, but it's still coming back from then, and I just decided that I wanted to share it with you guys, okay? I'm gonna give my family a quick and easy recipe that gonna have you. So head on over to the kitchen with me and let's get cooking. We're gonna be needing some self-rising flour. That's the super duper secret ingredient, minus the salt from the one here. You're not gonna need it because salt's already in the flour. You don't want to get your patty them salt. All right, you're gonna need some milk, and with the flour and the milk and some sugar, you're gonna also be needing some curry powder and some turmeric. You can skip the curry as well because I like it with the turmeric only, but you can use both, okay? So here I pour some flour in this bowl here. It's about 2 cups of flour, I would say. All right, I put it in the bowl, and then, you know, time to start adding all my other ingredients. I skip the salt. I just put like about a tablespoon of turmeric in the flour, and that's about enough to get the color of the patties, you know, not to be white but slightly that yellow look that you see patty normally have. So yes, I put some turmeric in there, as well as I put about a half tablespoon of curry. So I put mostly turmeric inside of the flour. Okay, like I said, I prefer the turmeric only, but you guys can use curry if you want as well. I put a little bit of both, but I don't really like the strong flavor of curry like that in it, so I mostly put the turmeric. And then you make sure you incorporate all that in properly, because you don't want some part of your patty to look extra yellow and some part look kind of yellow. You want everything to look all beautiful, and it's best to sift the flour first, you know, put it through a strainer and kind of sift it first, okay, to give you best results. So after that, now you just add your liquid to your flour, and that's me just adding some milk, and then I will just stir it in slowly, try to put everything in. And I'm doing this while I'm holding the camera, and I'm trying to use one hand at the same time to stir this in. So I'm being skilled up in here. It's not always easy, but you know, at some point in time, you know, I have to put this camera down, but I just want you guys to see what's going on in the bowl here. So I'm adding some more milk, and you just slowly incorporate your milk in the flour. And this milk needs to be cold milk, okay? Not hot, cold. All right, guys. And you just take your time, mix it all in, getting it all up in there, so everything can be started out. Let me put this camera down so I can actually do this properly for you. So yes, I just continue to mix in that milk inside that flour and getting it all right and perfect. Mix it in. I usually use a spoon first to get it all in, and of course I'm wearing a gloves because as Jamaicans we know, whenever you're kneading flour, you can't use, and you have on like long fingernails, you can't use those kind of hands to make your flour, because it's not hygienic for us. So we normally use like a gloves or something over. You have to make sure your fingernails short, or you're wearing a gloves. And my nails was not short, so even when you wash your hands, dirt can still be under your fingernail, and that thing will get stuck in your flour. You don't want that nasty food to eat, okay? So you put a gloves on, a clean gloves, and you just do your thing. So yes, I usually use like a spoon first and just like stir it all in, bring the flour together, because I don't like to feel that gooey on my hands. And when I think I put it together, you know, best enough or good enough, I just get my fingers in and just start to work in that flour. Yeah, let me pull up my sleeve a bit. Yeah, and you know, you just work that in, and bring the dough together. Okay, I mean, if you guys need a lesson on how to actually make the dumpling itself like perfect, in terms of like how you knead flour, I can do a video on that, but I'm sure you guys already know how to do this. And if you don't know, just leave me a message in my comment section if you want me to do a video on that. So yes, you just try to put the flour together. If it's feeling a bit too sticky, you don't want this to be sticky, so you just add some more flour to it. Just sprinkle on it, you know, until you get that extra stickiness off, and it becomes, you know, more like a smooth surface and not gooey, not that sticky. Okay, and you just mix it right in. So this is how my dough looks right now. If you can see, I press it on it and it's so soft and nice. So that's how you know it's right. So now we got to prepare the corned beef. So for me, I don't put any whole heap of stuff in this. It's just the corned beef, and I just cut up some scallions and some hot pepper, and I'm just gonna mix all that together. So here's my corned beef out the can, and I already have my scallions cut up and my peppers, that's hot pepper, to the side. Okay, so I'm just gonna mix all that in, and here I'm not gonna cook the corned beef first. It already cooked. Corned beef already come cook. You just need to heat it up, right? So I'm not gonna put that in the pot, because I'm gonna put it in the patty just as it is and fry it like that. So I just put some of the corned beef in a bigger bowl so I can mix this properly, and add my scallions to it and my hot pepper. And I'm just gonna, you know, meddle all of this in, meddle, mix it all in so it's all nice and delicious and poquito picante, like just a little bit of pepper. If you like a lot of pepper, go ahead and do your thing. So mine is like in between, you know what I'm saying? So I just mixing all that scallion and goodness. You can put tomato in anything if you want, but I think tomato gonna make the beef kind of, you know, probably watery. You don't want it to be too watery, you know, because you don't want your patty to be leaking in places, you know, in a sense. Even though you still don't want it to be too dry. So if you want to put a tomato, whatever you want in your corned beef, onions, whatever, do your thing. I just put some scallions in mine and some pepper, okay? And I make sure to mix all of that in properly, and this is how it looks. Mix it all together, and now it's all ready to be my patty stuffing. Good to go. So now back to my dough. All nice, gooey, yes, and you can see how soft that dough is. So right now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just get some flour here. And I have my counter nice and clean and sanitized, okay? So you need a flat surface where you can actually like roll out this flour on this dough on, okay? So this is a lot, so I'm just gonna cut it in two, just so I can have like the perfect size. Or I'm gonna work like half. I'm gonna do half first and then do the other half afterwards, okay? So I put that down for later. So now I'm just gonna take this part here, put it together like so, and then put it on my surface. After bringing it all together, make sure your surface is like floured, because if it's not floured, it's gonna be sticky, okay? So you have to make sure the surface have like some flour on it. And then I'm gonna take some flour as well and just put it on my rolling pin, because if you don't do this, the flour is gonna be sticking on your pin. And just try to roll it out. At first, when you try to roll it out, let me just put this aside. Yeah. At first, when you try to roll it out, it probably seems a bit difficult, but you can do it. Put some muscle in it. Flip it over, and you just take your time. Just be patient with your dough. You know, caress it, do your thing, roll it out. Back up. Good. Just like that. Roll your dough out, girl. Do it. Press it out. Press it out. Press it out. Give yourself your nice little workout while you're doing this, and just have fun with your dough, okay? Just caress it. Caress up your dough. All right. This is more like abuse, but gently. you know. But don't like it, man. They don't like when you spread it out, you know. You have to spread it out, spread out everything proper. So you spread out your things, spread it out, yeah, just like that. Spread it out, roll it out flat, 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 flat. Just like that, because you want this to be nice and thin. Because if it's too thick, when you put this dough, when you try to make your patties, the crust probably is going to be too thick. And I'm going to be frying my patties. Of course, you can bake them, but today I'm going to be frying mine, okay? But you can either bake them or fry them, whichever one. But make sure your dough is very thin, right? If you're going to fry it, make like an egg wash. And when you make your patties, brush your patties with the egg wash before putting them in the oven. That will help your crust to be nice and flaky. But I'm going to fry them. And this is going to be my cookie cutter. If you have a cookie cutter at home, you can use it. But I'm just going to use this plastic container. We're going to improvise when I make no stop way, right? And you're going to make your perfect size for your patties by just cutting size out using this plastic container. But if you have a cookie cutter, you can use it. Whatever you have on hand. This is what I'm using because we know how to improvise, right? Then you just make perfect circles with that because you want to try and make sure your patty them stay, you know, the same size. And this is what it looks like when you're done. You can also use this patty for, like, you know, cocktail size. If you want bigger size patties, use like a bigger surface container bowl. So I'm just taking up these extra pieces, and you don't have to toss this away. You can put it together again and use it to make another piece of dough and roll it out again to make more patties, okay? But this is just the excess that we're going to just take up and put aside for later. So now we have our perfect little circles to make our patties, and we're going to put the stuff in. So what I do, I put the stuff in right in the middle of each little circle, okay? You put your stuff in right in the middle. You don't want it to be too stuffed up because you want, when you close your patties, it's closed properly. Some people call these empanadas, you know, in the States here. But in Jamaica, we call them patty, all right? And I'm Jamaican, first and foremost, so I'm going to call them patties. So yes, so you put your stuff in the middle like that. Nice little amount. Don't overdo it. Just the perfect amount, okay? So it can close properly. And then I have a cup here with some water in it, okay? So I'm just going to close my patties like so. You take up one edge and you put it over. And make sure you try to seal it with your fingers like that. Press it down a little bit. And you fold it just like that. So after you fold your patties like that, try to make it be even, okay? Not all of mine, to be honest, are not going to be even because I'm just going to run through it, but I'm just going to take my time here for you. But if I'm doing this for a little party or something, I try to be more like perfect, you know, when I'm sealing these edges. So you just try to make your edges perfectly sealed, okay? Because if you're going to keep a little, say a little birthday party for your kid, or, you know, a little whatever you want to keep at home, you can do these little cocktail patties. So you're going to use this fork and just seal the edges, just press them in. I usually use a wet fork because it kind of helps to just bring the flour to be like a bit gooey, and so it's sealed in. Because if you do not properly seal the edges, what's going to happen is when you start frying or baking your patties, it's just going to poof open and all your stuffing in between is just going to slide out. Then I use a fork to just drip the top like that or pierce the top so my patties get some air. So when they're frying and all that steam boils up in the middle, it has like, there's like an escape route for that. So here they are. I have all my patties laid out, all ready to get cooked. So like I said, I'm going to fry these. You can bake them, okay, lovies? If you want to go healthier, bake them. But just remember to put that egg wash over it to get it nice and perfect. So this is my tester. I usually drop like a piece of dough in my oil. If the piece of dough get too crispy too fast, I know my oil is too hot, okay? So it's just perfect now, and I'm just going to drop these in. You don't want your oil to be too hot, but you don't want it to be too cold, because too cold, the dough is just going to suck up all the oil. Too hot, it's going to burn it. So you need that perfect temperature, okay? So you leave it, let it get golden brown on one side.
And when it's golden brown, most of the time you'll see it start floating when it's actually time to turn it. So you leave it, it starts to float, and then you know it's time to turn them. So you just turn them over and make sure the other side gets, you know, it's same deal, fry up. Yes. And after you finish frying these, you can just put them on some napkin to drain the excess oil, you know, because you don't want it to be too greasy. So yes, these are about done right now. They're looking good, perfect, just as I want them to be, and I put them to drain. And now here's your finished product. These are delicious, they're spicy, they're moist, they're just voila. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please put a comment down below. Let me know if you try the recipe. Give me a like, a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. See you again soon. Bye.